Witam was serdecznie. Okej, zrobimy misję Mantis. Przeczytaj tabliczkę o tajnej placówce. Mam jakąś tabliczkę? Chyba nie. Pokaż na mapie. Pokaż wszystkie cele. Fajna placówka. I co? Udaj się do tej tajnej placówki. To jest na poziomie 30. Nie. Ja to nie zrobię. Denebola, poziom 30. Więc Mantis, ho. Ja ciebie przez jakiś czas nie zrobię. Więc śmigamy innymi misjami. Ponowię osadę. To jest na jedynce, więc... Ekstremalne temperatury. To nie wygląda na jak na dużą placówkę, więc nie będzie dużo misji tutaj.
I've heard about lots of other planets out there. Some of them sound pretty scary.
Może nie aż taka mała.
I used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
This low gravity will make surface
Bible.
traversing much easier.
I'll treat you if you need it, but please try to be more careful around here. Great! Another tourist. Let me guess. You slipped on the ice and need a doctor to wrap your sprained ankle?
Nie.
Well, that's a relief. Sorry if I sounded a bit hostile. It's just frustrating sometimes that I have to devote so much time and energy to outside people when our own people need me more. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Mówisz, jakbyś raczej pytał mi się to o środków medycyny.
Sure. We may not be as well stocked as other colonies, but I've got some basic medical supplies for sale.
Pomagacze. Apteczki. Ciebie też wezmę.
Okay, I'll take a look at you. Oh my gosh, what happened to you? Never mind, don't move. Let's take care of you.
Wyleczmy uzależnienia. Zajmij się wszystkim.
This will be quick. Just need to clean the wound and stitch you back up. This is going to hurt a bit, but trust me, you'll feel better afterwards. Okay, looks like you're good to go now.
Okej.
I don't. They make a mockery of New Homestead culture. And on top of it, they're reckless. It's like I said before, I feel like I'm treating them more often than our own people. Actually, maybe there is. I have an idea that may be best suited for someone relatively unknown instead of myself. I've got a mountain of work and a reputation to maintain. So I bought a realistic monster costume. The plan was to wear it, scare tourists away, and start a rumor about terrible creatures living on Trident. I figure that once word gets
I ona
around,
ma być
tourism will
lekarką
take enough
z
of a
takimi
dive to give me some
pomysłami.
relief.
Dobrze.
Good. I was hoping not to have to do it myself, so I'm glad to have a volunteer. Here's the costume. I think this will work best on the surface, so just find a group and run up to them, acting like a convincing alien monster. With any luck, they'll run screaming and book the next flight out of here.
Włóż na siebie kostium. Oh yeah, popatrzcie. To nawet nie ma takie złe statystyki.
Careful. There are some dangerous areas around here that are...
Do you come from one of those planets with beautiful skies and fresh air?
Tutaj nie.
We take vandalism seriously here. You don't have to...
One są w środku? Nie. Znowu do niej wrócić. Okej. Dym.
My papa doesn't really like me talking to tourists.
What
I
can I do?
proszę.
Do you need medical assistance? See, sometimes silly ideas are worth the effort. Thank you. With any luck, I'll be able to
Daj
give
mi
more
kasy
attention
XP
to my
i
regular patients
zapomniemy
now.
o tym.
Tell you what, if you want to come back later and do this for me a couple more times, I'll even let you keep the costume.
No bo mantys na pewno nie zrobię. Turyści do domu zrobiliśmy. My skanujemy nadajnik placówki. Ale to, co mi się wydaje, co ja pamiętam, to było na Alter 1 albo Alter 2 albo 5 to było. Którą to było? Na której planecie? Zbadano. Alter 2 jednak.
Look at this world. It's beautiful. Just beautiful.
Tu to było? Tutaj walczyliśmy. Tutaj była ta przekichana misja. Umieść skanerem nadajnik placówki. I mi nic więcej nie pisze. Wow, zasoby jedno. Nie mam pojęcia, gdzie to było. Umieść skaner nadajnik. Nic nim nie pokazuje na mapie, nic. To mam też nie. To ja zrobię. Czterdzieste. To też nie zrobię. Pierwszy kontakt. Paradiso.
Hello and welcome back, Mr. Tofik. I am aware that this is your 8th visit to our resort. Your repeat patronage is much appreciated. Is there any assistance I may offer you today?
Hope you're staying safe out there.
Na luzie. Siema.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sukiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
Jest tu prośba o pomoc, którą wysłałeś.
Yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner.
Kurde,
But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless
ludzik.
explicitly directed to do so? Great. I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions. It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board.
Diplomacy.
As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
Dobra. Tak to zrobimy. Statek 30.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Remain calm. There's no. You're human.
No oczywiście.
It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
O kurczę.
Imagine being cut off from humankind for that long. How terribly frightening that would be.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by, well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and the others.
200 lat. Ja pierdzielę.
Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
I will follow
We've got strict rules around here.
for security
They're strict for a
purposes.
reason.
I do not believe we have
Never
need to
seen
fear
a
our
ship
guest,
like yours
but I'll allow it.
Then again, I haven't.
Kurde, to jest też w ogóle na poziomie 30.
Seen any ships before.
Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He
The
fully believed
Constant is
Earth
a
was
peaceful
destined to be
ship.
rendered
Don't
uninhabitable.
change that.
We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Just stay out of trouble.
Careful waving that fancy
Wow.
gun around.
To jest must.
Need to see what it can do.
So, here we are. Let's talk.
Our
No matter the
safety
outcome, I won't let my
is
crew down.
number one priority.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
Na, luzik.
Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such, but initially I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they
Co za
respond, and
kobieta.
we'll go from there. Now, it makes little sense to give up before you try. Thank you, and good luck.
Dobrze. To co, negocjacje, ta? No halo. Paradiso. Ja chcę tutaj wylądować. Wybić cel lądowania.
We were never trained to address threats.
There's so much more to learn about now.
Kurczę. Jak teraz stąd wyjść?
Now that we know what's out there,
Ja chcę zejść. Na dół iść.
My mom and dad were scared when you came on board. I don't know why.
just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down trouble.
We were never trained to address threats coming.
That sounds so familiar. Something from history slates that I've read. Oh, I feel I should know who this person is, but somehow it's escaped my memory.
Cargo Bay, mamy.
Right, let's get this crate into space.
Nie. Idź, idź, idź.
I am the moth to your flame, the magnet to your fridge, the fish in your pocket.
Docking seal released.
As the hero of the Terror, you need your own comic book, your own cartoon.
Teraz mam. Paradiso.
Oh, Paradiso is absolutely beautiful. Can you possibly imagine a more tranquil place for a resort?
It may be paradise.
Hey, hope you...
Oh, this looks like a lovely place for a stay. Might also be the perfect...
It's my pleasure to make sure...
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment?
Tak.
I really don't, and I can't have you barging in on the executives while they're working. So if you need something, you can talk to me. That's the best I can do, I'm afraid. Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
Hope you're staying safe out there.
I just feel that we should be
We'll make some
focusing
time
on the
for you.
natural
But
beauty
keep it
of
quick,
this
yeah?
planet.
I am.
Not our amenities.
And you must be the diplomat Giro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm gonna cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens!
Przejdźmy do rzeczy.
Direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about? Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
O kurde.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do.
Więc mogą tu żyć, ale będą musieli to odpracować. Chwila, dlaczego to ja mam płacić za napęd grawitacyjny? Przestali istnieć, sugerujesz zniszczenie. Dlaczego nie możemy przekazać tej kwestii władzom? Dlaczego nie mogli na przykład ośledzić się po przeciwnej stronie planety?
We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they may come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance.
Okej, mogę to rozumieć.
Of course, because you're sensible, like me. I'll be honest, I was beginning to think you were one of those anti-business types. People are hardy, they'll survive. Businesses, on the other hand, might not. Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff. It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Freestar Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave.
Mocna decyzja.
Right. Assuming they agree to the terms, I've got a list of resources you'll need to gather and bring back so we can support the new arrivals. We'll need to improve our lodging and infrastructure, plus account for future projects to support an increased population. Don't care how you procure them, just make sure to bring them here with you before we can consider this a done deal.
Oh, how can we treat these people this way? They survived in space this long, only to end up as indentured servants.
No, mi się to też nie podoba. To ja mi chyba zapłacę.
On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
There are millions of planets out there.
I
People
hope
can
you
go to any
appreciate
one
how
of them.
generous our
The
offer is
resort
to let them
facilities
live.
are precisely
Go on now,
what we bring to
enjoy
the table.
Paradiso.
Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
Nie, autozapis.
Hope you're staying safe out there.
I just feel that we should
If it's
be
not
focusing
important,
on the
I
natural
am.
beauty of
And you must. But given this circumstance, you like that? We're being direct.
Przejdźmy do rzeczy.
Well, that. Shame we can't. Now, tell me.
They could stay.
We could.
Ja już zapłacę za
Sounds
ten
costly.
hyperdrive.
Someone else.
Oh, I swear this. Oh, I didn't say that specific. Of course, there's no. But this makes. It's not our responsibility. We're being more a custom grip. That leaves the. I'm not suggesting any. We operate outside of the freestyle, and we
Okej, no próbuję.
We own this planet.
Business.
Imagine the landscaping. No, much better. Well, absurd or not, that's our official. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? Good on you. You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering team with his when you return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck.
I know this was a difficult decision. Compared to the destruction of their vessel and relegating them to a life of servitude.
Dokładnie, niewolnicy potem to będą.
Right. On behalf of the parrot.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them.
No, to lepiej, dobrze, zapłacę za to. Naprawimy im statek, dostaną nową kartę. Nie.
Hello. Keep an eye on your valuables.
Niż będą niewolnikami, kurde, przez następne 200 lat. Siema.
Oh, we could save valuable weight. Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time. Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. With some minor adjustments. It's in good shape too. Parts not cheap though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor and it's yours.
Perswazja.
It's a pretty big ask, given how rare these old grav drives are.
Yes.
Not sure about karma, but you're not wrong. It would be generous and they'd likely show their gratitude
O,
in
40
some
koła to
beneficial way.
prawie połowa
Tell you what, sounds like this is for a
mojej
good
całej
cause.
kasy.
While I can't give you the part for free, I won't charge you for the work.
O, 25 koła.
You're darn right it is. I'll get to work on it right
15 w
away.
kieszeni.
I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
All right, Captain.
Zadokujemy.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
No to idziemy na pokład. Zobaczymy, co tam wynegocjujemy. Jezus, 20 koła, 25 koła wydałam.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships.
25 koła.
Hi there.
I was hoping to talk to our visitor from outer space, and here you are! Welcome, welcome! I have a million burning questions, but I won't overwhelm you. There will be plenty of time for that later. Please, indulge me just a couple. How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster than light travel and eclipse our poor old ship? I knew it. It's incredible! I read about this technology in our archives from Earth, but it was only theoretical back then. Amazing! I'll have to learn more. Oh, I've got so many questions, but I'm being rude. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi, but you can call me Amin. And, I might add, I'm one of the reasons we're still floating out here today. Yes, of course. Anything for my new friend. What grab drive? Just joking with you. The Paradiso engineers filled me in. Okay, let's see what we need to do. All right. This will be fun. And hopefully there will be no explosions in the process. I have just received word that the drive is here. Ready to get to work?
Yep.
Great. There are 3 preparations I need you to help me make while I set things up on my end. First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Then, turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Last, you'll need to decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Got it? Let's
Powiedzmy.
hop to it.
Ale ty nie masz swoją załogę? Co jeszcze raz tutaj muszę zrobić?
Waste management systems are backing up again.
And you said it was going to be a slow day. Someone owes me another half ration.
Get right on.
Powtórz jeszcze raz.
Something wrong? There are 3 things we need to do. Reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator.
Z turbopumpy do chłodnicy.
Decouple the See you.
I wonder what else is out there.
Kurde, ale on wymyślał. Nie może sam coś zrobić. Okej. Jeszcze raz, tutaj. Musimy odłączyć grodzie magnetyczne góry konieżoniowej od zespołu modułu pomocnicznego. Odłącz. Nie można wypełnić polecenia. A nie, zespołu. Tutaj. Okej. To mamy. Tutaj inżynier Alfy. Turbopompę. Lewej burcie. Do pomicznych... do... Błąd. Błąd. Przekazany mocy zakończony powodzeniem. I tutaj włącz funkcję inwigilatora. Na 5%. Mamy to wszystko.
Looks like everything is good to go on both your end and mine.
And to think, all this time, we thought we were alone.
Now that we know what's out there, thanks.
These are exciting times, aren't they?
It definitely takes
Mają tylko jedne sody.
birth to death aboard a single ship traveling through space.
We've got strict rules around here.
Ale mają tam windę chociaż.
The Constant is a
Proszę.
We didn't believe anyone would be out here. Well, well, it would appear we have the means to go nearly anywhere now, thanks to you. The engineers even upgraded our communications equipment so we can speak with passing ships. Turns out it was a pretty easy fix. Thank you again for all you've done. Without you, we'd most likely be stuck. But you went above and beyond. I'll make sure people tell tales of your generosity for as long as our society lives. I don't know if we can ever
będę
fully repay
bohaterem.
you. Thank you again.
Za 25 koła.
Waving that fancy gun around.
300.
You don't need
14 poziom. Okej.
Say, with technology this outdated, I'm amazed this vessel is able to navigate at all. It's almost like walking through a museum.
Dobrze. Już koniec gadki. Dobra, no to na tym zakończę ten odcinek. W następnym śmigamy oczywiście dalej. To trzymajcie się i do zobaczenia.